me fight Gib and what I do to Gib, I think he's gonna be scared to fight me because he's gonna be like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna walk away with the W because I know Jake is gonna beat me. I'm calling it now.
Jake said this in 2019. What is the difference between a duck and a goat?
All I want for Christmas is a knockout.
One of the greatest fighters of all time, Jake Paul.
The qualities of resilience, challenging, pushing oneself higher and higher, overcoming obstacles. A duck is a creature that can function on land and on water. It's very comfortable, it surrounds itself with friends and like-minded people, and doesn't challenge itself. So, let's break it down. In the biggest event in amateur boxing history, KSI defeated Joella by technical knockout. In the match, we saw KSI undergo a fabulous face turn from a heel position in the build-up. True Jordy reminded KSI that he was supposed to call someone out. KSI took the cue and said,
Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it. Where's Real Ferdinand?
KSI fans like to point to this moment and say, because Jake's name was said first, it must mean that Jake Paul ducked KSI first. The first person to say this was Vidal Riley, KSI's trainer in his early career, and it has been easily parroted ever since.
You have to remember, when JJ put it out there, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, Jake was not interested, right? And that's why Logan stepped up and said, I'll fight you. Yeah. Jake wanted no part. He wanted to fight his little brother, so don't come back 2 years later because you've had a bit more experience.
Wait a minute!
What I would say, Bruce, to be fair to you, is if JJ boxes Jake, he will lose.
Yeah, correct.
And for you to sit down and say, I think Jake can beat JJ, are you being unreasonable? Of course you're not. But I'm never going against man.
We could go into the legal definition of an offer, but that would be boring. So I have the distinct privilege of having the greatest fighter of all time tell us exactly how an offer works.
That's not how offers work. Is that how you guys do business in Canada?
Yeah, that's it.
Because in my country that created business, offers expire.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it. Where's Real Ferdinand?
What we see is KSI qualifying his initial offer by saying, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. What we also see is KSI fans denying the duck, but admitting conversely that KSI was ducked first, therefore KSI is allowed to duck now. But is this true? KSI defeated Logan Paul in November 2019. Jake tearfully swore to avenge the loss for the Paul family.
To KSI, he grabbed me literally by the neck and was like, you have to beat KSI. I felt like
KSI obliged and stated that since he beat the older, quote-unquote, better brother, Jake Paul had to go through Anison Gibb first. This is easily the first duck, and it's only 2019.
Quack, 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 quack. KSI is knocking on the door of Jake's career. It's coming, but I'm gonna let Gib do it first. And if Gib don't do it, and I swear to God, Gib, if you don't fucking do it, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. But if Gib don't do it, boy, I'm gonna kill you, Jake. I'm gonna kill you. You're a better boxer next year.
It's a duck because Jake Paul already defeated Deji, who is KSI's brother, and damn near ended Deji's entire YouTube career in the process. So, in January 2020, Jake Paul makes his professional debut. Jake Paul destroys Anison Gibb in the first round, and Eddie Hearn vowed to never touch you to begin. It was that bad. KSI was in the audience supporting Gibb, and he made his way into the ring right after the match. We all saw KSI call Jake Paul the N-word and shove him, and the entire YouTube world waited with bated breath for the biggest fight in YouTube history. Then COVID hit. This was March 2020. The entire world was plunged into uncertainty and everyone wondered what was going to happen. But Jake never stopped training. KSI, on the other hand, always made sure to mention that there was lockdown, so he can't do much.
For me, it's kind of like waiting for this pandemic to be over. But I'm actually waiting for this lockdown to be over so I can get back into training.
Jake made constant offers to fight KSI in this time. KSI repeatedly priced himself out of negotiation, and he admits as much.
Now, there's no rush. I'm gonna keep fit, I'm gonna keep training, and I'm gonna keep doing my thing. And at the end of the day, once I get the amount that I want, then we'll fight. Simple.
KSI hid behind his music.
Out the way and shows, festivals. I want to get all of that out the way before I can get in.
So Jake Paul went with Nate Robinson, fought and defeated him.
Another Sidemen hide and seek. Today we are at Hamley's.
Cheers, boys and girls, to a great victory. The first KSI hide and seek win.
Jake made another offer to KSI. KSI said he was too busy making music.
So I know I have to pick one or the other, and right now I'm just picking music because that's what I can do. That's what I'm able to do, and then eventually, once the album is out this year, and once I'm fully sorted with everything, then I can focus on boxing and really make sure I.
So Jake fought Ben Askren.
Fucking, it's been a while. Anyway, today we're gonna be doing a Reddit video by Jake. Don't. Oh!
Jake Paul had gotten his name out there by calling out UFC fighters with the belief that he could defeat any of them in a boxing match, from Conor to Khabib to Jorge Masvidal.
I want Nate Diaz, who's a bitch. He tried to come into my locker room.
Sean O'Malley went on record to state that for Jake to be taken as legitimate, he has to beat Ben Askren.
He has to beat Ben. He has to beat Ben to show he's a legitimate boxer. God, I hope Jake doesn't come in there and try to put his lights out in the first round.
Subscribe to the channel if you like this video. I also host a podcast called Single Brotherhood Podcast on Spotify. We have videos on YouTube. We're on Google as well and on Apple. So leave a like, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Out.
So JJ, you have to box, collab, and cancel Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, Jake Paul.
I'll box Mr. Beast. Easy dub.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
There's ones where I beat Logan Paul, I fight a Jake, and then I keep going, and then all of a sudden there might be an opportunity where I do fight someone for a world champion.
Because I know as soon as I fight Jake, it's done.
Gay!